Let's take a character called Sam. He is a good character, has a stable income, going to work daily. His routine was going to work at 9, coming back home at 7. Eat, sleep, repeat. The next day, work, eat, sleep, repeat. And the same again. He gets tired. More often, he gets bored. Neither his work seems interesting nor engaging. Now, the second situation. You are with your friend, going for a movie to a theatre. It's your favorite movie star. Hoping that movie will be good. You and your friend shout in excitement at the start of the movie. The movie goes on. After 15 minutes of movie, it seems boring. In fact, the full movie was quite boring. Of course, in the end, it conveys a deep meaning for the society. But you felt so bored after watching this. What's happening in these two situations? The common thing is boring. But why do we get bored? What is boring? Boring is just a state in which you lack the interest or do not find it exciting to do that particular thing. Let's see this. In the first scenario, Sam did not find his job interesting to do it. He finds doing the job seems meaningless to him. Also, it is not quite engaging. So, he is in the state of being bored. Let's see the cause of the boredom. Boredom is caused by doing meaningless thing or non-engaging thing. In the second scenario, you and your friend are quite not engaged with the movie. Of course, the movie gives some social message, but the movie doesn't seem engaging. It doesn't connect with you, so you felt bored. Generally, we humans always tend to escape from boredom. I hope you hear this electric shock experiment on boredom. In one study, researchers at the University of Virginia left participants alone in a lab room for 6 to 15 minutes. Two options were given to each of them. Either they could simply sit for 15 minutes or press a button, which in return they get a mild electric shock. This seems weird, but the results were quite weird though. Even though participants were told they would be paid for not pressing the button, surprisingly 67% of the men and 25% of the women preferred to press the button to give a mild electric shock rather than experiencing the boredom. People tend to prefer unpleasant harmful activity to being bored. Just think, we do all sorts of things, artwork, singing, gaming, etc. just to escape this boredom. Hold on, some questions may arise in you. Is boredom good? Boredom has both good and bad things. Boredom arises from the lack of meaningless could lead to a depressed state. Like Sam's situation in the first scenario, he has a job with salary but feels boredom due to the lack of interest. Also, being intentionally bored and then shifting to a creative task could lead to being creative and productive. We all are constantly using the phone, watching reels continuously through the day. We are always in a high stimulated environment. Try this experiment yourself and let me know the results in the comment below. Simply just took your phone or any distracted thing away from you. Find a silent place. It could be anywhere, it's your thing. Before keeping your phone aside, just set a timer in your phone for 10 to 15 minutes. During the 10 to 15 minutes of time, you just sit simply. To be interesting, we place just a paper and pencil, nothing else. You have two options, one to sit simply for 10 to 15 minutes or to draw or write something with that paper and pencil. Initially, try not to take the paper and pencil immediately. Allow yourself to be intentionally bored. Here, we do same as in the above experiment. What we replaced here is pen and paper. Personally, after this experiment, I felt good. I tend to draw the things from my imagination. It's kinda cool. What we generally do daily is, if we get bored, go to the phone, watch reels, get high dopamine. Once you get high dopamine, it's hard to do the things like reading, writing, drawing, etc. We know that we tend to escape from boredom. What really matters is what you choose to escape. Just give it a small try to this activity. Here, we experience the boredom first, then we escaped it via little stimulus thing, pen and paper. Coming back to the Sam, I feel a lot like him at some point in life. Most of them could not leave the job and find the way they love. Nearly, it's impractical. Instead, you could just find a tiny thing that you love. Not like watching reels, just find a thing that you consider it's meaningful. It may be reading books, doing some artwork, creating a side hustle, whatever you like. Instead of using the social media or unnecessary content to escape from the boredom of meaningless work, you could just change the way via what you escape. Thanks for bearing me up to this. If you find this video useful, just click the subscribe button and let me know your thoughts in the comments below.